Hello and welcome to the final edition of WION World of Cricket. I'm Digvijay Singhdeo, and for one final time I am joined by the man who's been there with us from the 1st of October 1996 World Cup winning coach Dav Whatmore. If you packed your bags, are you ready to get home and sort of meet the family? It's been, you've never done this, right? For 45 days, 48 days, 50 days in a TV studio?
Yeah, 7 weeks. It's been an interesting time, full of learning, and I've widened my knowledge even more in an area which is so different for me.
Yeah, I must commend you. A lot of people in Ahmedabad told me that they've absolutely loved your analysis as well. I just thought I'll keep it a bit of a secret. I'll tell you in person when we are live on a show. That reaction, priceless.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So we decided that we've done the cricket analysis. We've analysed everything from Maxwell's 200 to sensational Shami to Kohli's grand performance and, of course, the Australian win. We decided let's do something special for this last show. Now, the ICC has announced the team of the 2023 World Cup. Let's bring up that team. Let's go through it. There you have it on your screens. They've gone with openers in Quinton de Kock and Rohit Sharma. Expectedly, Virat Kohli at number 3. No debate over there. At number 4, they've gone with New Zealand's Daryl Mitchell. India's KL Rahul is up there at 5. In fact, 6 Indians are in that. Glenn Maxwell, no doubts there. Ravindra Jadeja, left-arm spinner. Jasprit Bumrah. The big sort of talking point, Dilshan Madhushanka from Sri Lanka, 21 wickets. Adam Zampa and Mohammad Shami complete the 11, and for the 12th man, they've gone with Gerald Kudza. So this is how we're going to do it, Dav.
It's a proper 11.
It's a proper 11, and we're going to pick players where they played.
Right.
We're not going to pick players out of position. That's not how we fit it.
Yep.
We are not going to sort of include the best names. If they're going to make this, then they should have impressed you playing in that position.
Positions.
Is that correct?
Yep, absolutely.
You okay with that?
Yep.
Okay, we've laid the ground rules. Let's look at the openers and let's look at our contenders. So our contenders coming up, and we've sort of looked across the World Cup and we've gone with Quinton de Kock, who's made the ICC 11. There's Travis Head, man of the match in the semis and the final. New Zealand's new star, Rachin Ravindra, the Indian captain, Rohit Sharma, who was unstoppable for India, giving them that start at the top of the innings, and Devon Conway for New Zealand, who started off very well, sort of tapered off at the end. Now, the problem here, Dad, for you is you've got to pick 2, and there's some big names you probably have to leave out.
Well, that's right. In every position in that 11, I had the same problem.
No, not 3.
Not number 3,
okay.
Yeah, barring number 3.
And perhaps Maxwell. I think there are a few certainties.
Yeah. Some of the bowlers as well, yeah. But in this bracket, I was torn between, a couple of these players. And Rohit Sharma had a specific job that he had given himself right throughout this tournament. And more times than not, he had succeeded. He really was the aggressor, set the tone. And in doing so, he didn't put himself in a position to get the hundreds because of his aggressive nature.
But he was what you call a game changer.
He was impactful, wasn't he?
Impactful.
Yeah, very, very good effort. And then you've got de Kock, who's who 400s, very, very good player. Ravindra, who's the shining light, the young boy, the young 23-year-old that belied the way he batted belied his age. Going to be a very good player. Travis Head, who came straight from a broken wrist, took the plaster off, couple of net sessions, play, 100. Finished up really strong with man of the matches in the semi and the final. So, and Conway, we know, dipped away. I also thought about Shafiq too, who did a good job when he came in for Pakistan. But look, it's every position, most positions, you're going to be upset with. Some will anyway.
Fair enough. You won a World Cup. We're going to go with it.
I'm going with de Kock.
Expected. You're going with de Kock. It's sort of expected. The next one, that's the crucial one, right? You've got either it's Head, Ravindra or Rohit Sharma?
That's right. And I'm going to have to go with Travis Head. I'm going to use my head. And going with Travis Head for...
You've dropped the Indian captain, have you? That's breaking news. You're going to get trolled.
Yeah, I will. I expect that. But, I felt that his performance in, 2 crunch games was too good to ignore.
And 3, in fact. It was 100 against New Zealand in Dharamsala as well.
Yeah, crunch game, I should have said, cutthroat in terms of if you lose, you're out.
2 big games.
Yeah, 2 big games. So, for that reason, he squeezed. Sharma's not dropped, he's squeezed out.
But, listen, I agree with you. Head has to be there. Yeah. If you're player of the final and the player of the semi-final, you have to be there. Is there a case to be made for the other spot, Sharma, de Kock?
Yeah, I suppose it's...
Right hand, left hand?
Yeah, well, that as well. But, like 2 lefties open the batting in the World Cup winning team as well. So, again, it's good, healthy discussion, and he's squeezed out by the skin of his teeth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Already I can feel the tremors. Okay, let's look at number 3. This is a no contest. Number 3, we're just going to... let's give it to Virat Kohli. Let's give it to Virat Kohli.
I tell you, Van der Dusen really, made a good...
He had a good tournament.
Very
but
good
let's
tournament.
Bring up Kohli's numbers.
Yeah, 765 runs.
Yeah. Never happened before.
Yeah, average
9
95.
scores of 50 and above. And the only thing that went wrong for him, Dav, was he couldn't win the World Cup. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He looked like he wanted to sort of be right up there. He wanted to be there for India, win it for India, because when he got out, I looked at his reaction. He was there. He sort of realized what had just happened. Yeah,
he started off a little slowly with, in the tournament, but the very first game he got some runs, but after that he took a little bit of time and he finished up really strongly. So 11 matches at 765 runs. That's nearly what some players do in a year.
Yeah.
ODIs. He's done it in 11 games.
And at the biggest stage possible.
That's right.
But sport is cruel.
That's right.
Sport is cruel?
It is very cruel, yeah. Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay, so we've done number 3, no contest there. Let's look at Dav's, for number 4, who do we have? Okay, contenders for number 4, Daryl Mitchell from New Zealand. Couple of big hundreds against India.
Yeah.
Shreyas Iyer, sort of question marks over should he have been playing, but came back very, very well. Scored 2 hundreds. Markram started off in a blaze of glory with that 100 in New Delhi against Sri Lanka. And Rizwan was perhaps one of those sole bright spots for Pakistan in a dismal campaign.
All these guys' averages are very good. Perhaps the lowest of them all was Markram at 45. So, but still a good average, right? I mean, 45 in a World Cup is pretty decent. Then I looked at all 3 of them. Shreyas Iyer was the one that gave me a lot of interest because he came in at a bit of a lull, quietly came in at number 4, didn't do anything in that first game, raised a few eyebrows, a few questions were asked, but silenced them all over a small period of time. And very disappointed not to see him get runs in the final. So was a lot of Indian fans as well. So he was heavily in discussion. Markram fell off a little bit. Rizwan also very important for his team. Averaged 65. So, he's also one. But I finished up going with Daryl Mitchell, who his average of 69 and did it in difficult situations as well. And for me, this guy here, I think, deserves to be at number 4. A person who's another one that's come under the radar a little bit with Williamson and this.
But a good replacement for Ross Taylor, because that number 4 was where Ross Taylor played.
That's right, and I think he deserves to be there. He's a very good player.
Okay, Daryl Mitchell of New Zealand is number 4. Number 5 in the batting order. Remember, we are going by batting order. Okay, number 5 in the batting order, the contenders for Dav Whatmore, India's KL Rahul got a 50, important 50 in the final. Unfortunately, couldn't take it and make it a big score because of the way the pitch was.
He finally got some runs too, didn't he?
Yes, he's been scoring a lot of runs for India. May not have been sort of flamboyant kind of big hundreds, but crucial knocks. Heinrich Klaasen bashed Sri Lanka all over here in New Delhi in that Markram game as well. Manas Labuschagne didn't have the best of tournaments, but played a crucial knock when Australia needed him to.
He never gives up, that boy. He just, he keeps coming back, keeps coming back.
He was in the fight also. He loves a scrap. He was, and he wasn't in the team initially.
Yeah, annoying bugger sometimes.
He came in when Ashton Agar got injured.
That's right.
And that's when the wrist issue happened with Travis Head. That's when he was asked to stay on.
And
they sent him to South Africa.
Well. He won a couple of games in South Africa off his own bat when they were in trouble. So.
Yes. And scrapped in the final. And you've also got Mahmudullah from Bangladesh. Perhaps that's a bit of diversity.
Yeah, but interesting one, that Mahmudullah. I mean, he's very experienced. He had to fight his way back into that 50-over team. And started off at number 8, number 7. There was musical chairs played, if you remember, right throughout that tournament. And then he actually, said enough is enough when he got that 100 against South Africa when everybody else failed. And, I thought this boy really has shown something. And, his average was 54.66, very good boy. And that's why, that's why he's in there. That's right. So Klaasen, we all know what he can do, but he fell off a little bit. Disappointed, most of us. Labuschagne we've spoken about. Asalanka, no, he's not in there. But really, the other guy that we really have to go for is KL Rahul. I'm going for KL Rahul.
Going for KL Rahul?
Yeah, because, look, he's been a consistent performer. He's averaged 75.33. 452 runs. At number 5 is not an easy position.
And that hundredths column should have been 2 because there was that game in Chennai against Australia where India were reeling.
That's right.
But 2 for 3. Yep. It was him and Kohli who sort of took them on the line.
Wasn't he?
97.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think he's a worthy number 5 for me.
Okay, 5 done. 6 is a no contest. I think the only thing with 6 is you've got Maxwell there. At 6, he usually plays at 5, but he's been floating. They've sent him up and down as well. So the contenders, along with Maxwell, David Miller got 100, very uncharacteristic Miller knock in the semi-finals. Glenn Phillips at times has come good for New Zealand, and Iftikhar again sort of had a iffy tournament, but that's also the beauty of the number 6 spot. You're not going to score runs all the time.
No.
It's going to be 2 or 3 game-changing innings.
That's right.
And the way I look at it, it's just between Maxwell and Miller, even if we can sort of make that
with Maxwell with that 200, I think it's very difficult to go past that. But he annoys you as well too, doesn't he? Because he's got so much ability and he throws it away sometimes. So you've got to take the good with the bad. When he's good, he's very, very good. When he's bad, he's horrid. But the potential of him in a as a game changer in this team, I think is worthy easily of having him.
And he can bowl. He got Rohit Sharma, marauding Rohit Sharma.
That's right.
On Sunday.
Yeah, his bowling has been a bit of an underrated thing too for the Australian team.
In fact, he's got better figures in terms of economy than Zampa.
That's right. Economy is 4.81. So not too much in the wickets column, but he kept the runs down.
Bowled in the power play.
He did. Got the wicket.
And I remember, Dav, going back to that Australia game against Afghanistan, when they pulled that off, I think we can find the tape. I said it here, in this studio, that I think they can go all the way now. That if they've sort of come out of this situation, they can perhaps go all the way. That's what they did. I think that gave them belief. 91 for 7, chasing 292.
Yeah, there was a few of his mates that thought, I can't do this again. To leave it to the next person. So it all came true for them.
Okay.
All right.
So number 7, is this where you have your all-rounder?
I have an all-rounder here, but I was looking at more the spinning all-rounder if I could. I was trying to get somebody. I think the closest one would have been perhaps Santner.
So you're looking at left-arm spinners? No, you've got Aryan Dutt as well.
Aryan Dutt's there as well. I mean, looking at a spinner who can bat, Aryan Dutt, he did really well for Netherlands. He was always asked to do a difficult job in every game with the new ball to come and bowl to the opening batsman, and more times than not, he didn't disappoint.
He's a brave boy.
Yeah, Mitchell Santner, not many variety in his bowling, but very accurate. And
he was up there in the wicket-taking charts
he
initially.
started off, he did. He certainly did. And
Till Shami swept everyone away. And Zampa swept everyone away.
So I think Santner finished up with, 12 or 13 or 14 wickets or whatever.
Maharaj was sensational against Australia.
Yeah, Keshav Maharaj was, again, very difficult to get away in that semi-final on a very responsive wicket. He was almost unplayable sometimes. And he was always their first choice spinner. And did a good job. Again, not too many wickets, but did a good job. Ravindra Jadeja.
Your boy, let me add, your boy. You
boy.
always had a soft spot for him.
That's right.
It didn't work for him in the final, though.
No, it didn't. He was promoted outside his normal spot, but, he's a terrific player. I know that. Everyone knows that. And he got 16 wickets in the end. And I've gone for, in fact, Ravindra Jadeja
You've
to
gone
be
for Jadeja. Okay.
my number 7. If I was coaching this team, I'd be very happy with that.
Okay, yeah, the runs column perhaps a bit dodgy, but let's face it, the top order were getting so many runs that he barely sort of got a hit, except I think one game he was very good.
Yeah, his runs were needed.
Which game was that?
Was that the England
game, I think, yes.
At Lucknow.
Yep, okay. Yeah. So you've gone with Jadeja?
I've gone with
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
His fielding ability as well, eh?
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, he can bowl in the power play.
You allowed a bit of bias.
No. I was objectively looking at. I like the guy. I like a lot of these guys, but he's a very good player.
Okay, that's the all-rounder done. Then are we now into the Pacers?
We got 4 left. Yes.
Yeah. Pacers. Yep. What do we have next?
I'm looking for a bowler who can still offer a little bit with the bat in the next 2 spots.
Okay.
So I've looked at Jansen, who was a good contributor, but fell away a little bit towards the end. Madhushankar, who's an out-and-out pace bowler, he batted 11 every game, but did very well with the ball. I'm looking at Chris Wokes, who started badly, dropped out of the team, came back in and really, hit his straps, and he was one of the reasons, actually, why the team did well. He contributed with the bat in one game also when they won. Good opening bowler who was out of form at the start, came back well. Gerald Coetzee is similar. He was not in that first 11 of their team. He wasn't the first.
Because either him or Shamshi is what they used to keep rotating.
Yeah, spinner, quick, and he also was a little unknown. This guy, but
so was Jansen, and he showed a lot of heart, didn't he?
Yeah, well,
especially in that semi-final.
Yeah, Jansen played in the IPL too, didn't he? But I'm not sure Coetzee.
No, I don't think so.
So he was a little unknown, and he came in. Not many people knew this guy, and he made a presence of himself. He really announced himself, and as the competition went along, he went along with it and improved. So I'm going for Gerald Coetzee.
Okay, ahead of Jansen. I sort of agree with this. I really liked his heart. Yeah. He bowled with a lot of heart.
Yeah.
In that semi-final as well.
He's all
grit.
He's all for his team.
Okay, let's look at number 9. So we're down to the last 3.
Yep.
So is number 9 a given? Because I think the options coming up. We've got Mohammad Shami, one of your boys. You gave him your first...
That's right. Who can bat as well.
You gave him his first big break.
Yep.
Can bat as well. Rabada, who again started off very well, fell off the pace. Bolt didn't have a great start to the World Cup, came back towards the end. And you have Siraj over there. Let's not waste too much time over this.
Shami for me. And don't forget, Rabada had a bruised heel. That's why he didn't have a second spell at the end of that.
Yes, we were all wondering what happened over there.
So Shami, obviously, I think everyone would agree with that.
And yesterday, I must tell you, on Sunday, I must tell you, when Shami was bowling, this sort of India believed. That's what he'd done. India believed. 7 matches, most of them played 11, 24 wickets, an average of 10.7, a strike rate of 12.
That's incredible figures.
Sensational Shami at this World Cup.
Yeah.
Okay. Quickly then, let's look at your next one. That's a leg spinner?
I need a wrist spinner. I would prefer a wrist spinner in there, and I want one as far I'm coaching this team.
Okay.
And I'm looking at a few of these boys who are very good, or they're all very good. Kuldeep, Rashid Khan, Shamsi, Adil Rashid, Mujib. Here they are. There's 4 of them to pick one from.
Yeah.
And I reckon, in my estimation, Adam Zampa for me finished up with, 23 wickets?
Yes.
He started really badly, had a little bit of a spasm, came back well, and he was central to their reason for winning games.
So you've gone with Zampa. I don't think too many can argue, especially when the wickets column comes up that way. We gave him a fair bit of stick, but we accept that.
Yeah.
Played much better. He's forced his way into Dav's team. That leaves us with just one final spot. Your contenders, Dav, are Jasprit Bumrah, Josh Hazlewood, Mitchell Stark, and Shaheen Shah Afridi from Pakistan.
2 left arms and 2 right arms. All very good, of course, but to me, I don't think there's any argument here. A guy that's have an economy of 4.06, particularly in the tough times, up the top when you're asked.
And the power play was going below 3.
Yes. He had to go for Jasprit Bumrah because he's such a good player who's developed his skills as well, bowling the in-swinger as well as the out-swinger. So for me, those numbers are fantastic as an opening bowler, and I have no hesitation in picking.
No hesitation. That completes the WION World Cup 11, the team of the tournament. Let's try and bring that up one final time so that we can sort of look at the team we have picked. Captain? I think we start off with...
What about the captain?
Okay, yes, we're going to choose a captain. Let's first bring this up here. So you have gone for de Kock and Travis Head, no Rohit Sharma. That means we're looking for a captain. There's no Pat Cummins as well. Virat Kohli, expected. Daryl Mitchell, KL Rahul, Glenn Maxwell. I'm still not finding a captain. Jadeja, Gerald Kudza, Mohammad Shami, and then we have Adam Zampa, Jasprit Bumrah. Okay, you've gone for a 12th man.
I have, yep.
Who captains?
Well, who is the captain?
Your team.
No, look, I think the captain has to be Virat Kohli, who's done the job before very, very well. He leads by example. His figures are fantastic. And if you're looking for a captain, he's my person to go and toss the coin.
Okay, so we've got Dav's team of the tournament, the WION team of the tournament. Do tell us what you think about it. Use the hashtag AskDav. We'll still keep it going, hashtag WION Cricket, or you can come back and sort of use the hashtag WION Sports as well. On that note, I need to officially thank Dav Whatmore for being a remarkable analyst. You've sort of enjoyed this ride along with us. You've stayed up long hours. I do hope you've enjoyed your stint here at WION, and hopefully we get to see you soon.
Thanks, Diggy. I have to say just one thing quickly, that most of the stuff I think I got right, but I do need to apologise hugely. Like every other pundit, every other person would have definitely have picked India to lift the cup. I was one of those. I was adamant that was going to be, but it didn't happen. It happened for reasons. We don't want to go into that now. But anyone can be wrong, I guess, in the end.
It's a final. Thank you so much for your time, your patience, your understanding a new medium, and hopefully we get you back into the studio soon. So it's a wrap. It's been 50 days, and a bit more perhaps, of WION World of Cricket. We celebrated cricket. We didn't have a particular team. We looked at all matches, not just India games. This was a World Cup. We looked in detail at all matches. Hope you liked what you saw. This is Digvijay Singh signing off one final time from WION World of Cricket. But remember, WION World of Sport is going to return. See you there.
India's global voice.
Israel woke up to a barrage of thousands of rockets fired from the Gaza Strip.